Hey everyone, guess what? We're here with Stefan from Psychonaut. If you don't know them, you should know them. They're on fucking Pelagic. Pelagic always does like they just have like the best music, I think. Um, solid like roster Pelagic. Thank you again for taking time out of your day to come hang out and chit chat.
You're welcome. Happy to be here.
Hell yeah. So uh World Maker. I said it, I'll say it probably 100 times, dude. Holy shit. Like it is from start to finish, just a fantastic album. And one thing that I notice versus previous albums is there's a lot more like I'm going to call it contrast for lack of a
Mhm.
better term, but you go, super heavy, which you guys are used to doing, but it's also the total opposite end of the spectrum. Oh my God.
Thank you, man. Happy to hear you like it.
So for you, when you guys went in to write it, um, you were having a you found out you're going to be a father. So like that had a seems to have had a pretty profound expect pretty I don't know what word I'm looking for. Uh, but it really like I think it seems to me like it really helped mold what direction you guys were taking this album. Is that right?
Yeah, definitely. We're always writing concept albums, and usually before we start writing the actual music, we'll have a concept in mind, and that will heavily impact how the album will sound and how angry it's going to be, or how positive it's going to be, how, yeah, varied it's going to be. And this time was yeah, same as usual, just incredible feeling finding out that my wife was pregnant. Couldn't really imagine writing about anything else. It was by far the craziest thing that ever happened to me. And yeah, my son was born in great health. He's almost 2 years old now, so it's, yeah, it's been amazing. That's what the album is about. That's who I wrote it for. I wanted to show him what I think is the best music that I can write in the world. And yeah, that became this album.
That's it's just so amazing. I literally was texting a buddy of mine when I first listened to it, and I'm just like, holy shit, dude! Like the riffs on here are huge. Like, they think it's the perfect mix of old school like rock and roll, from the 70s and good contemporary like heavy music that you guys did a really good job of blending that.
Thank you. Yeah,
What is
it
what does that do live? Like, how do you do that live?
yeah, it's definitely always challenging learning new songs. We kind of set the bar higher on every album in terms of how difficult some of these riffs and drum parts and vocal parts and doing them all at the same time is. Yeah, this is no exception. We just practice a lot. We're very dedicated, very perfectionist, and yeah, we just try to rehearse a lot and believe we can actually do it, and then usually it happens. But a live show is, we're a three-piece band, so live you'll get the skeleton of the song. Like we'll have some backing tracks occasionally, but that's a good rule we have. We like to write massive albums with tons of layers, but live you really get to just experience the music with the three of us. And that's always been a general rule that that should be possible and that every song should work with just the three of us. And yeah, that's how we try to do it live.
That's that's pretty awesome. It's good you don't try to use like all the backing tracks, right? But sometimes you have them. Uh, for you, do you go back and listen to like the live recordings and go, "Oh man, we could have did this to improve upon that."
Always, yeah. That's the best advice I would give to any musician is to record everything you do, film your shows, your rehearsals, try to record them in the best quality possible, and then don't forget to actually watch it and listen to it as well and take notes. And that's how we've always improved. That's a game changer, I think, when you start doing that.
Yeah, it gives you like an accountability, right? Like, oh, we were
Yeah,
going for this, and if you go back and you're like, oh, we're missing that mark, you definitely, get to change avenues and go, oh shit, here's where we can, get a lot better with that.
yeah, definitely. Same with just singing, for instance. Like you find out which parts you never really get right live, where you're slightly under or over the pitch, where you discover patterns in things you do, like you discover when you're singing with too much strain on your throat, and when you're actually doing it right. You can see when your hands cramp up when you're playing, when you should just be relaxing. It's the most important thing to improve is to evaluate yourself and to progress and learn from that, I think.
I would agree with that. Um, a lot of us could probably get better at, evaluating what we do. My
Mm.
totally talking about myself here, but so what track on World Maker to you really like stands out or is your favorite track, I guess, if you have one?
Yeah, I have to say it's the song we cut in half. Track 3 and 4 was actually written as one massive, like 11-minute song. But conceptually, we thought it made more sense to split it, and they just transition into each other seamlessly. So if that counts, if I can count that as one song, then I would definitely say "You Are the Sky, Everything Else Is Just the Weather" is the track I'm most proud of. And it has a great contribution by Ante, a singer from Belgium that we've known for quite some years and have always wanted to work with. And it happened on this album, and I think she made it so much more magical. And yeah, my favorite track, definitely.
That's pretty cool. And yeah, I will definitely allow counting both of those as one since that's how they were written.
Yeah.
Um, it's, I being old, I look at, I, you know, I look at how like albums flow, you know, from from start to finish and every song into the next. And I feel like you guys did such a good job on the flow of this album. Uh, it it's the reason that I like, I guess, lesser known or more underground artists versus like the popular artists because it's like you guys do, concept albums, but you don't do write a single, mold an album around the single, or a collection of singles. Like overall, it's just a big collection of art. You know, giant picture.
Mhm.
Each song is like just a little glimpse into that picture. You
Yeah,
got
that's how we like to write, and those are the kinds of albums we love the most. Pink Floyd albums, Tool albums. Yeah, Porcupine Tree, Steven Wilson. Yeah, I mean that's the most impressive thing I discovered when I found out that such a thing existed. Like albums can actually be one big story with different chapters uh, included in each song. And I've always wanted to do that. And yeah, we just started doing that when we started recording our first album, and we've continued to do it because we love it.
do you, do you find that holds you guys back at all?
No, no. I think it's supposed to be interesting music, surprising music, immersive music. That's kind of the most important things we look for when we write songs. And if you take the time to dress everything nicely, to make sure every song gets introduced by the perfect song that comes before it and transitions into the next one. Again, like Pink Floyd and Porcupine Tree and all those bands do so well. And I think it's a big advantage to tell a story and to really capture people's attention because it is designed that way. It's not just song after song. And it's weird because we've never written a concept album in the order that it eventually turned out. You know, like we'll always switch song orders last minute, creating something different than the way we designed it. But yeah, we always find something even better, I guess. But the idea is the same. It's one story.
Is there like, aside from the writing, is there a part that takes a long time for you guys? With the album, like art or just the layout. Sounds like you obviously, you guys put a lot of energy into how the flow of the album, song into song.
Yeah, it takes a lot of time, definitely. Everything, artwork, videos, mixing, everything takes a long time. Yeah, but it has to be exactly right. Releasing an album means it's going to be here forever. So you have only one chance to get it right. And that's sometimes difficult with busy time schedules and life and work and everything. But yeah, we try our best every time we release an album to get everything exactly the way we want it to be.
Yeah, that's you know, I guess I never really thought about it like, oh, once it's here, it's there forever. I've always been the guy that goes, oh, I wrote this song. Once it's out there, it's not mine anymore. It's everyone else's.
Yeah, I like that idea too.
I guess kind of the same thing, you know?
hmm hmm
How much do the songs change from studio to live? Do you feel like it's a, a big difference, or do you stick pretty much to the flow of the song itself?
Yeah, we'll never play an album in its entirety because it's practically very difficult to do. So we'll always have a mix of songs from our different albums, but there are so many things to take into account. You know, you have to think about guitar changes, tunings, intros, outros that match, and sometimes something works perfectly on an album and just doesn't live. There's some better option live. We'll play the songs exactly the way we recorded them. I'm not an improviser. I don't improvise. I play my solos the way I wrote them because I don't think I can come up with something more interesting on the spot. Maybe one day I'll be able to do that. I don't know. And maybe people don't care. They actually want to hear something original, but I play it safe. You know, I'm sure that was the solo I wanted to play when I was writing, so I'll play that one. Yeah, so the order of the songs we play will change, but we'll play them exactly the same way.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes perfect sense. And I can understand about not wanting to play an album in its entirety.
Mhm.
Although sometimes I think it's pretty cool to go and watch a band play an album from start to finish. You know,
Yeah, absolutely.
that's wild. What's been like the favorite show that you guys have played so far?
Well, we've actually not really started the album cycle shows yet because the album's not out yet, but we've tried we've tried out every single now, and yeah, we had some really fun times playing it, some really good reactions, also some technical problems that we discovered. I'm happy we discovered them already. Um, but yeah, it's been really fun. Like my favorite show of this year was definitely Grass Pop, which is the biggest metal festival in Belgium. First time we played there, and that was awesome. At that time, we had just released the first single, and we played that live for the first time, so that was very special. Um, yeah, I'd say that one. That was my favorite show of the year so far.
Oh, that's pretty awesome. How did the crowd take to the new single or the
Pretty
single at
well.
that time?
Yeah, it's crazy actually. I don't think we've ever gotten that many views and listens on a single in this short period of time. It's like more than 100 100,000 views in a few months, and yeah, we're really happy about that. Um, Very scary releasing a new single for the first time, especially the first one. But yeah, reactions have been very positive also for the second and third one.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what the rest of the world thinks of the album because I feel like um, you guys did not that you guys have a bad album, but you guys, did have done so well with World Maker. Um, I feel like this is from the outside looking in, it's like the next evolution of where Psychonaut is heading, uh, which is exciting.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm really happy to hear that you and multiple people have said that. It kind of means that we're doing our job in terms of keeping things interesting and, like I said, creating surprising and interesting music. Um, it was a risk. We could have played it a lot safer on this album, but just wrote the album we wanted to, and it's awesome to hear that people resonate with it.
I feel like
Really happy about that.
first and foremost, you write what you want to write, and I think everyone else will just follow along. Uh, Not same styles, but look at Deftones. Like every
Hmm.
album is, for the most part, very different from the last or anything else that they did, and their fan base has done nothing but like flourish.
Hmm. Yeah, I really like when bands do that. It sometimes works. It's sometimes it doesn't work, but whatever. I think you should do whatever you want. It's your band, right?
That's that's exactly it. It's like, why are you writing music in the first place?
Yeah, if you want to make money, you should make better choices.
That is the fucking truth.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So what's it like for you being a father for the first time? You're 2 years into it or about 2 years into it.
Yeah, it's the best thing ever. I'm tired all the time. But aside from that, it's yeah, crazy. This little version of me and my wife walking around, and yeah, everything looks different now. Everything feels different. Nothing matters anymore,
Yeah,
except him. Uh, Crazy. I love it.
that's awesome. Is there
Mm.
has there been like an aha moment for you as a father? Like, oh man, that is, I've totally learned that from this scenario.
So, yeah, I mean, I get so much joy out of watching him discover the world, which is a lyric that I've sang multiple times on this album. Just watching him with his big eyes and realizing how beautiful the world is, and we've all just kind of gotten used to it, and we're too busy complaining about so many things. And yeah, we're on a fucking spinning ball in space, and everything is just playgrounds. Everything's allowed, nothing's impossible. It's crazy. Yeah, I get so much appreciation for life because of him. He reminds me of that. I hope he won't lose that, and then he'll keep reminding me of it as well. Those were the most beautiful moments so far.
That's that's pretty powerful. I think you nailed it, right? We are so the older we get, the more jaded we get. Oh,
Hmm.
it should be this way, and
Hmm.
let's complain. But if we can always look at the world from curiosity and not judgment, I think we're in a very we'd be in a very different world.
Yeah, I agree. Easier said than done.
That is that is true because I'm just as guilty as the next person with my
Same.
complaints.
Yeah, same.
Here we go. You guys didn't know you were coming to a therapy session today, did you?
Surprise.
Wow. What was the for you as a kid? What was the like artist or guitarist or vocalist or whatever that made you go, "Hey, I want to play music."
Um, I started playing guitar because I met a friend who had a guitar and I just thought it would look cool. I didn't really know any guitarists by name, I think, at that point. But then I asked my dad for a collection of riffs that I would maybe be able to play to practice that were simple enough. And he got me into all of the music I love now. And my favorite guitarist of all time is Jimmy Page. I have no idea how I would sound if I had never discovered Led Zeppelin. And yeah, Jimmy Page is where everything started with me. So definitely number one.
Hmm. That's a that's that's a big guitar player.
The biggest, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. One of, yeah, for sure.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Inspired more musicians than I could possibly begin to name, you know.
Yeah,
Did you
yeah, I
ever see
agree.
did you ever see him live?
No, I guess I had the opportunity to watch them in 20 or in 2007 when they did the reunion,
The
but it was
celebration
in
day?
yeah, I think it was in London, right, or somewhere in the UK. And I was 18 at that point, and tickets were much too expensive. And at that point, I was just really getting into playing guitar more and more, and that would have been so awesome, but it was too expensive. So I've never seen them play, unfortunately.
Hopefully you get that opportunity. I feel like he'll be out there at some point playing somewhere.
I hope so. Yeah, he's approaching 80, I think by now. He's like his late 70s, I guess.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll see. I hope I can still get the chance to see him or maybe meet him one day.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, we'll see.
here we are talking about being old. Not quite there yet.
Luckily,
Like,
not there yet. No.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. Well, I don't know about you, but I don't want to be that old.
Yeah, depends on how good you feel at that age, right? If you're still
Yeah,
having fun, then sure, I'll take it. But I know what you mean.
yeah,
Quality
yeah.
over quantity.
Absolutely. That is 100% it. I want to
Yeah.
be able to get around without
Hmm.
a walker and an oxygen tank and
Hmm.
all of the encumbrances of, you know, our health shitting out
Hmm.
from us.
Yeah,
Ah,
I get that.
that's so wild. So, the other side of you guys writing this album and the birth of your son, you and Thomas, I think both of your fathers had cancer, right?
Yeah.
How is, how is that for you? Like you kind of have both sides of life there.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds about right. It was the weirdest thing ever, just being on this pink cloud of fatherhood and going for walks with my son and my dad. It was awesome. And then first we got the news about Thomas's dad in March, I think, last year, and then my dad was diagnosed in June, so very close together. And even though it looked like both had a pretty good chance of making it, yeah, things turned around quickly. And in August, we had to say goodbye to Robert, Thomas's father, and my dad John died in October. Next week will be 1 year ago. So
Wow.
yeah, there we were writing an album about the beauty of being a father, and then realizing that it's time to say goodbye to your own father much sooner than you had expected. And the album was pretty much finished. Let's say 70-80% finished at least when we got the news. So I didn't really want to change topics. I didn't want to completely change the mood of the album. Um, but I couldn't ignore it either. I mean, it was all I could think about all of a sudden. So I tried my best to lyrically not do too much with that part. But musically, the last two tracks, Always Quiet and Endless Erosion, are definitely more in line with that emotion, just dealing with that loss. Always Quiet is like attempting to write a healing song, and Endless Erosion is just, yeah, realizing it's gonna end one day and for all of us. So Yeah, that was rough, man. It was a very, very weird combination of emotions.
Yeah, it gets to be it's really complex to try and describe what that what that looks like.
Hmm.
Uh, I I can't. Here we are getting all like really digging deep here. I can't imagine what that's like.
Yeah, it's just life. It's sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. My dad never did anything to deserve cancer. He never smoked, never drank, did nothing wrong. But I guess it was just time. Uh, yeah,
Yeah,
it's unpredictable. That's another good reminder to enjoy every day because we might be next, and try to enjoy the time we have.
yeah, we have to. It's
Hmm.
so wild. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you my little story real quick. My wife on August 4th was diagnosed with breast cancer.
Okay.
She went in and had a double mastectomy August 29th.
Hmm.
So we're 5 weeks post. But while my wife is like between the diagnosis and the surgery, my dog gets sick.
Uh,
She's like, so she makes the joke, hey, listen, I got cancer. Let me have my moment, like I'll get through it. You don't have to outdo me. Turns out my dog also has cancer.
really? Whoa,
And yeah, yeah, like
that's
what the
so
hell?
weird.
Um, and so right now we're waiting on her to tell us it's time so she can, so we can put her down. But she's the youngest one. She's 6.
Yeah, yeah,
Hmm. Her name
yeah.
is
It's messed up, man.
Penny Lane.
Oh, cool. Love the Beatles. Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah, man. It's a weird thing. Like, what is it? A third of people are eventually gonna get cancer. Is it like that by now?
shit. I feel
It's
like
messed
it's
up.
more than that. I feel like
Yeah.
yeah, we don't know, but what do we do? I mean, obviously, I think everywhere outside of the states where I am is very different with like their food and drug and shit that they allow to go out in the public.
Hmm.
Here I feel like uh, it's who can line whose pocket to get something pushed through.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah. Know what you mean.
Sad.
Hmm.
Oh well.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, man. I hope your wife's doing okay.
Yeah, she's gonna be great. Just like, meh, you know, such is life,
Oh,
right? Like this is
yeah, yeah, yeah.
um why we try to enjoy the moments we can with the people we love.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's exactly right.
Can we get you guys over here in the States?
If you pay us enough, no, it's we'd love uh, we'd love to, but it's such an unbelievable project to do as a European band. It's tens of thousands of euros getting there, getting visas, transport, renting all the gear. I don't know if we're there yet, but we are sure looking forward to when we are. I'll say that. And
Yeah,
we are talking about it more and more. So if there is ever an option, if we get some government subsidies or something, that's one of the beautiful things about Belgium. And maybe, maybe we'll see. But I think next year is pretty much going to be focusing on Europe as much as we can. We haven't toured that extensively with our previous record, so we're definitely ready to go with this one. And yeah, we'll focus on Europe first.
cool. So here, the one thing I'm going to ask is somewhere in the middle of May. that you guys are playing a show somewhere around Greece.
Somewhere around Greece, that's manageable, right?
I mean, it's a lot more manageable than the States, I think.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, did you see? I don't know what the festival was, but a few weeks ago there was a US festival that had like half of its lineup canceled because they were all European bands that couldn't get visas anymore because of the current regime.
That's so crazy. I'm sure
Yeah, I
that, yeah, um,
can't remember which it was, but fuck, that's so horrible. Wow,
yeah, like
what a
I can't
time.
imagine like it, and it's, I mean, what I've read, and I don't know, but what I've read is like even, most of the bands are trying to get visas into the States are have to pay like the speeded up fee
Yeah, yeah,
and
I
are
know.
still not even getting it in time. It's like, what the
Yeah,
hell?
yeah, yeah. Our manager complains about that a lot. They kind of, uh, I don't know, they kind of take advantage of you. They'll say like, I think you should be safe and get the fast option, right? Because it might be there in time, but can't really guarantee it. And then even the sped up one is not in time. So yeah, there you go.
Yeah, you're like, you son of a bitch. Like, what are
Yeah, I
we
mean,
doing here?
yeah.
What a terrible time to be in a band trying to come to the States right now.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Again, such is life. Um, I know there's a band out of Nashville called Howling Giant, and I think I'm gonna get this wrong. Sorry, guys. They have a new album coming out, maybe on Halloween.
Hmm.
I feel like you two touring would be just a that's a bill that I would like.
Okay. I'll check them out. I'll write it down. Howling Giants.
Yeah,
Okay, I'll remember
yeah.
that.
So
Cool.
I think this is album number four getting ready to come out. Oh man, they're spectacular. Again, it's just like it's big riffs and they are a good time. Um,
Okay,
man, that would
cool.
be a hell of a world tour. Howling Giant, Psychonaut.
Okay. Well, we'll see what's possible.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. I'll do what I can to make it happen too. Like, who am I? Um, if there was one band that you could tour with, not not Led Zeppelin, who who would you want to go on tour with?
If anything goes, obviously something like Tool or Gojira would be awesome. But realistically speaking, I think it would be awesome to tour with the Ocean again. And I think there's a strong possibility that will happen again one day. Amen Ra would also be possible and would be awesome. Um, yeah, I'll say those bands.
Okay, I mean that. I think those are four very good bands.
Hmm. And
Love.
also, what would be awesome is our local friends from a band called Potamus. Not sure if you know them. Um, we've been friends for 15 years. They're also on Pelagic, and they're an awesome band, amazing, great group of guys. And to be on the road with them is definitely going to happen one day, and hopefully plenty of times. So Psychonaut and Potamus is definitely going to happen.
Okay, now I got to go check them out.
Yeah, that's going to blow your mind. Very atmospheric and like tribal, very percussive. It's awesome.
All right, I'm into
Like
both those
hippopotamus,
things.
but just the potamus part.
Okay, no
Hmm.
hippo.
No
No,
hippo.
no hip, because
Yeah.
there's potamus.
Oh yeah, you're right. No, it's two po's in there, right? Hippopo.
Yeah, yeah, you're right.
That's it.
Well,
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know. Okay, there's
yeah.
no hippo, just potamus.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
What is that? Is that the band you would tell everyone to go check out?
Yes, definitely. Listen to their latest album, Abur. It's a phenomenal band.
Right on. Okay. Well, I've got my new music to check out. What what has been for you like? just live show experience overall? Like, what has been the best live show that you've ever been to?
The best gig I ever saw was David Gilmour in 2016 here in Belgium. My son is named David after David Gilmour. He's my second favorite guitarist. And yeah, I'm so happy I still got to see him. He's still playing,
Yeah,
which is crazy because he's also turning 80, I think. Um, yeah, man, the sound, just watching him. They had a great group of, I mean, it wasn't a choir, but like a great group of backing singers as well. And they just played a lot of classics and also his solo stuff. And yeah, it was just nailed to the ground the whole show. It was beautiful. So that's definitely the best gig I've ever seen.
that's that's impressive. I saw some video from him. I think he was over here last year. Maybe it was earlier this year. I don't know. It's all running together
Yeah,
anymore. But
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
saw some video, and that I'd love to sit down and like just watch him play because his
Hmm.
he's got such a unique way to like phrase everything. It's so different from, especially at the, in the 70s whenever I feel like most everything was flash. He
Hmm.
wasn't. He always like
Yeah, yeah,
served the song just right.
yeah. Absolutely agree.
Hmm. Wild. David Gilmour. I love that dude.
Hmm.
Hey David, I know you're watching.
Of course he is. Yeah. What else is he gonna watch? I mean,
Yeah, there's nothing else is on there. Oh,
hmm.
I should also shout out Fairy Ring. They are uh, they're from like Evansville, Indiana, which is not too far from where I'm at.
Cool.
I think
Okay.
they're working on album number three, and they are really atmospheric. They're stoner. They're
Okay.
uh, really fucking good.
Cool. Fairy Ring. I'll check him out.
Yeah, here I am. I'm just gonna start naming all these bands. Go listen to blah blah blah. How did you get hooked up with Pelagic?
Well, we had our first full album, Unfold the Godman. We had that finished, and it was 2018, and we had no idea what a label even was. We had nobody working with us. We barely had a sound guy. And we just said, okay, our album is finished. Let's release it. So we did. We paid for all the vinyl ourselves. We just put it out there. And after a year or so, I mean, we had a surprisingly good run of shows with it, even did some Belgian festivals. And then we ran out of vinyl, which is a good sign. And we didn't have any money for new copies. So we started talking about what could be possible. And then our merch guy, Didier, actually said, why don't you contact Pelagic? And we thought it was crazy that we were never going to be good enough. But he convinced us, and much to our surprise, yeah, they reached out to us and offered us a record deal for 3 albums. And yeah, weirdly enough, they thought it would be a good idea, and it was to kind of take the whole album down everywhere. The whole album just disappeared for a few months, was never nowhere to be found. And then they re-released it. And yeah, so the Pelagic release date is I think March 6th, 2020, and we had released it before in 2018, and that's when everything really started. Unfortunately,
That's when the
March
world
2020,
stopped.
great timing.
Yeah.
But despite that, we still had yeah, we did the weird shows with masks and people on chairs, but still we had so many new people listening to our music. And once COVID passed and we were getting ready for our second album, things just kept growing. And yeah, they've done so much for us. And can't believe we're on that record label to this day. It's an honor to be a part of it. Like you said, they only have great bands.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah, and it's all over the place too. It's not like one we only do this specific like style. It's post rock or post metal or what have you, but from Mono to the Ocean to Psychonaut to Prayers, it's just like
Yeah, yeah,
what
exactly.
you know. Um,
Hmm.
God, I don't know how they do it, but they like the music is just it's overall again, right? Just phenomenal. I think Robin
Yeah,
and crew do such a great job, and the packaging, which is second to none. I don't think there's anyone else that packages as good as Pelagic.
yeah, I agree. It's weird how different some of the bands sound, but they still sound like Pelagic bands, all of them.
Yeah.
There's not one band that I think doesn't fit in whatever way. It's yeah, Robin just has a good view and a good vision of what interesting music is. If it's kind of post anything, then it's fine, right? If it's interesting, then it's good. And I really like that.
Yeah, me too. I think I should not forget to mention some friends of mine in Hero Way who, their latest album, Wield, is one of my favorites this year.
Hmm.
I mean, now you guys are gonna like battle it out, but like to for honestly, Pelagic has two out of my three favorite albums of 25.
Nice, cool.
That's how fucking hard is that? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm, crazy. All right, Stefan. I gotta go do something. So, I thank you very much for your time coming and hanging out and chatting with me. I'm really looking forward to everyone listening to World Maker. Um, it's out October 24th everywhere. So go and have yourself a great night.
Thank you, man. It was really nice talking to you.
Hell yeah.
Cheers.
See ya.
Bye bye, man. Cheers.